Hey, it's Monkey with the Six Pack here. I am doing a little something new right now. I am going to do Competitive Battling 101. I know there is a lot of videos about this out there, and I just kind of wanted to, throw mine out there, help people out a little bit. So this part 1, I'm going to be going into the basics, just how to pick a team. So, we want to go through the tiers. OU is overused, Ubers is like legendaries and a few overpowered Pokemon, UU is underused, RU is rarely used, and LC is Little Cup, which is Pokemon that are not at their final evolution, such as Eevee, Dratini, Dragonair, stuff like that. There's April Fools right here, that's just a bunch of funny looking Pokemon. There's Sky Battles, I'm not too sure what that one is. There's Monotype, which is you only use Pokemon of one type on a team. I don't know what Inverse is. Hackmon is you can do whatever you want. Create a Pokemon is a Pokemon that they have created. I don't know what Theirymon is. Or Ability Shift. Okay, so today I think we're going to do OU, because that has the most popular Pokemon on it. So, wait, you want to go add Pokemon. So now let's say there's a particular Pokemon you like. Let's say you're a big fan of Charizard. So you now have a cover for Fire and Flying, which covers Grass, and a couple other. This Charizard can cover Grass Pokemon, it can cover Bug Pokemon. With the Flying, it can cover Fighting. It's got a pretty good range on him. Especially if you want to do stuff with its moves, which I'll do in a later part. Okay, so now that you have a Charizard, let's say you also really like, I don't know, Espeons. But you wouldn't want to do Espeon because Espeon can cover with Psychic. What it covers can already be covered on the team because Psychic takes things down like Fighting. And we have a cover for Fighting right there. So we don't want to use Espeon even if you really like it because it's pushing the ability of it. So now since we have a cover for Fire, we have a Fire type Pokemon, we maybe want to go with a Water type. So let's see. Let's say you really like Gyarados. Or Greninja. Greninja is a very popular choice for OU if you give it protein. We'll go into a different part for part 2 of this. So, now we have covers for a bunch of things. Let's say we want to use... Let's see, we want a cover for Fairy now. We want to do for a Poison type, which Gengar is another very popular choice, and it appears to be the only poison type in OU, besides Venusaur, but we don't want to... Venusaur could just be taken out by Psychic, it's not too... Actually, no, anything can get taken out by Psychic. Psychic has more weakness on the Venusaur than it would on the Gengar. There you go. So let's find that Gengar again. Gengar. Okay, so now we have a cover for a bunch of things. We have 2 covers for Grass with the Gengar. We have a cover for Fairy. We have a cover for Fire. Now, we also have a cover for Fighting, but I think we should go in with a Fairy type now to get covers for things like Dark and Bug. I'm not too sure what other things Fairies have. Let's do Clefable, because Clefable can be a tank. It's got good HP stats. Okay. Now we want to be able to cover Flying. We don't have much of a cover for Flying here. So let's look for any rock types. I'm not seeing any rock types. There you go. That's a legend, though. I prefer not to use legend. Tyranitar. He also gets Sandstream, which makes me use him a lot for the Sandstream. Okay, so now we've pretty much covered everything. We don't have a cover for Water, though. So let's go for a Grass or Electric. I always like to go for Breloom because it has more options with the fighting ability on it. Okay, so that we have our team now. So now, let's go into items and abilities. So a Charizard here. Charizard's Mega Evolve makes it more useful than the Mega Evolved Tyranitar, so we should go for the Charizardite for him. Now we can go into X or Y. X gives him the Dragon type, but we also could go with Y to get Sunny Day, which is why I usually take Y. We can have abilities, or we're going to go with Solar Power for him. So now, we can go into here and make him shiny. I love shiny Charizard, so I'm going to go with a shiny Charizard here. Okay, so we got his ability and item covered for him. Now we go on to Greninja. Greninja, Protein is the best possible ability he can have. Thought he had a better shiny than he did. He must not have the shinies for this work. Okay, so the Greninja, I usually give Greninja Assault Vest. It gives him higher special defense, and I never use non. Basically, Assault Vest gives you higher special defense, but you can only use attacking moves. You cannot use things like Substitute or Belly Drum or any of that, which I never use with Greninja personally. Clefable. Clefable can be a tank. It's got great HP, so I usually give it an Assault Vest too, because it raises its special defense up too. And Magic Guard is a great ability for it. So then you can't use, the things that can take it out easily. You can't use it against it. So, it's a fairy type, so I'll do that next. Tyranitar. Now, Tyranitar I usually use as a Stealth Rock and Spikes Kamikaze because it can take hits if it needs to. So, I'm going to give it... Let me look through the items here. I usually give it the Mega Evolve. I usually don't use Charizard, but... These are all the berries. I think I'm going to give it the Dark Gem. Actually, no, I'm going to give it the Rock Gem, because the first move I use on it is usually Rock. Okay, we don't want to use that. Sandstream is what we want with him. Now, Breloom. Breloom. We're going to go Poison here, and we're going to give it the Poison Orb. Now, wait, I thought there was an orb for poisoning. I probably just forgot what it's called. Toxic Orb, there you go. It will give him poison. It will poison him, and it will heal him. When each time, instead of taking poison damage, he gets poison healed. Okay, so now let's go into some of the moves. Since Charizard here, when it Mega Evolves, gets the Sunny Day, we want to give it fire moves. So let's look at its stats. It's got high special attacks. We don't want to give it Fire Fang or Fire Punch. We want to go with Fire Blast. It has low accuracy, so we also want to throw in a Flamethrower just in case we miss and run out of PP on that one. And let's give it Aerial Ace. Now let's give it Air Slash. Higher attack and only a little percentage of missing. And let's give it a Dragon Attack in case an opponent does that. Okay, now here is the EVs and EVs. We'll get into that next time. That's going to take a whole episode to do. Okay, so Greninja here. He has the Assault Vest, so we want to go in. He also has Protein, which makes every move he does stab. So we want to go with Blizzard, Aerial Ace, Dark Pulse, and a Water move. This is usually my setup. I use Hydro Pump with him. But the last couple times I've used it, it's missed and cost me some important battles. I'm going to go with Scald for the chance of burning. Gengar. Oh, we didn't. Oh, we gave him an item already. Oh, we didn't give Gengar an item. Okay, for Gengar, the item we want to give it can only have Levitate, so let's give Gengar the Sun Dark. I thought there was... Yeah, Black Glasses. His dark type attacks have 2 times power. Actually, I'm going to go with Wise Glasses because it has a high special attack. Okay, so now we want to give it a poison ability. We want to give it Sludge Bomb. Oh wait, no, Wave would be better. I'm sorry, I didn't notice that. There you go. Give it Sludge Wave. I also want to give it Brick Break. Actually, no, it has low attack, so Brick Break would not be a good idea. Let's give it Dark Pulse, so it has a dark coverage. Let's give it a Ghost move, so it has Ghost coverage. Actually, no, Ghost. We don't want Ghost coverage. We can just cover Ghosts with Dark Pulse and Psychics with Dark Pulse. So let's go for... We could go for Energy Ball to cover some grass, too, in case he's out. And Haze. That would be good. Because then if they get, a Snorlax out and start belly drumming. We're not SOL. So yeah. Okay, now on to Clefable. As you can tell by Clefable's stats, its HP is very high. So actually, I don't want to go with an Assault Vest. I would rather go with something like Focus Band. Have it with Magic Guard. Give it Substitute. Belly Drum. No, I don't want to go Belly Drum. I'd rather do. Does it learn Swords Dance? No, it does not. Belly Drum Assault learns. So Belly Drum. The Focus Band's gonna make it pretty useless. I'm gonna give it Leftovers. Belly Drum, Baton Pass. Oh, it doesn't learn Baton Pass. Okay, so I want to go with. If I want to raise its attack, I want to go with Double Edge. And Focus Blast. Very high attacking things. And I'll use Substitute, Belly Drum. Then it'll take out the sub, and I'll be able to do things like Double Edge and Focus Blast. On the Tyranitar, I usually start off by giving it Stealth Rocks. Spikes. I spelled Spikes wrong. Oh, it doesn't learn Spikes. I forgot about that. Okay. Oops, hit the wrong button there. Back to Team Builder, back to here. And so we were on him. Now I give him Focus Blast. And then after I give it Focus Blast, I give it Stone Edge. And then after that, I give it Crunch. And now on to the Breloom. I give it Sky Uppercut. I give it Spore. And I usually give it Energy Ball. And I usually go between Energy Ball and Giga Drain. I think I'm going to give it Giga Drain too. So if it's low on HP, I can do a Giga Drain on a pure water type. Okay, so that is it for the moves episode, and next episode, we'll go into the EVs. I never really mess with the IVs. We'll go into EVs and Natures. Okay, see